What are the three states of change? The three states of change is a well-established framework for managing change within an organization. This change should happen in a structured and deliberate way. The first state is the current state. This is how things are done today. The third state is the future state. This is how things will be done tomorrow. And these two states are bridged together by the transition state. This is about how to move from current to the future. In order to determine the current state, an organization needs to undertake a maturity assessment. This is done relative to best practice, such as ISO 55001. The comparison to best practice translates into a gap analysis that identifies the types of gaps, the number of gaps, and the size of the gaps. The gaps are closed by identifying improvement initiatives, then assessing each initiative in terms of its benefit to the organization and level of effort to implement. The initiatives are prioritized and a roadmap is developed to implement the initiatives over time. Here's an example of how this works. An organization is operating without a formal risk management framework. As a result, risk is being managed intuitively. Best practice indicates that risk should be managed formally and organizations should follow a 5-step process. This starts with the development of a risk framework which sets the stage for the recommended methodology, which includes identifying risks, assessing risks, treating risks to reduce the likelihood of them happening and the consequences if they do, and finally, monitoring risks. The transition state represents the initiative that is required to close the gap between current state and future state. Various staff will be involved in pushing and pulling the initiative through the organization. An appropriate budget and engaged project sponsor are also required to get the initiative to the finish line. And the initiative will be one of many initiatives that various departments are pushing and pulling through the organization, all in alignment with the organization's objectives.